guys, welcome back to LQ's Creations. I hope you're having a good day, a good morning, a good evening, whenever you're watching this. So I thought I would come back because it's that lovely time of the month for Spellbinders Kit Club. And so as you know, I was sent some samples and I wanted to let you know that Kit Club is open. It's usually from the 1st to the 27th of every month. From the 1st to the 5th, you can go ahead and, if you're already a Kit subscriber, is when you can make your changes. If you decide you don't want the whole caboodle that month, you may only want the stencil of the month, that would be the time to change it. You're normally charged by the 5th of the month for that month's Kit Club. For those who want to sign up, Kit Club is usually open from the 6th to the 27th of the month. And so that's how that is. Also, too, I kind of noticed some changes that are going on. So I believe if it's not open this month, it may be open next month. But you'll be able to sign up for the Kit Club or that particular one. Let's say if you want the stencil for the whole year. So it kind of makes it easy that you just pay it all in one big fellow, sum, and then, you're done. You just get your Kit Club sent to you, that particular month. And so I think that'll be one. So kind of, check out Spellbinders website looking for that information and, how to sign up and everything on it. And so, of course, I'll have my affiliate link below and you can just click on there and it'll take you right to the website. But let me get right into it. So this month, this Kit Club is really cute and really fun. It's got more of like a pampering, I think, kind of theme to it. And so what I'm going to start with is this lovely one. And of course I get some of the things in the Kit Club that month, and then I am signed up for the caboodle, but I normally don't sometimes get it until after I've made this video. So sometimes I'll be able to come back maybe, and make another video with more of the lovely cute products and things in the club that month. Try to. Not perfect, but try to. Anyway, so this particular one, this one is called A Perfect Blend. So, and it looks like, so as you see, you get like, and this is the stitch start of the month. So what you'll get is, you'll get 2 cups that kind of, come together. And before I get to the dies, and they make this lovely cute thing here. So it's like, where you can stitch and go ahead and put the lovely stitch in. You don't have to stitch, but if you want to, you can. And so it makes that, and you get some that'll make like the little tea bags to it and everything. So it's got a pampering, but kind of like a Valentine's if you're already past the holidays and into the next, big holiday that's coming. And so this one's just gonna be a really cute set to play with and just make and have some fun. So as you see, it does like the steaming to do the hearts, and then it lets you cut out love you, and then it's got another little saying over here, which this one is let's chat soon, and then the other one says A Perfect Blend. And so that is just going to be really fun, really cute to play with, and as you see, cuts out to give it that lovely tail kind of thing at the end. And so I can't wait to get started with this one. So there's that one that I received. The next thing I received is this one is going to be the 2D embossing folder. So and I apologize, let me grab. So it looks like this. And so what's cute about this one is, and let me hold it up closer to the camera, it's got hearts to it. It's like a hearts background to it and flowers and things. So I think that's going to be really fun to play with. And as you know, it gives a lovely embossing feature on there in the paper, so that it's got like the raised up and down, and you can do some really cool things with your embossing folder. As we all know, Jennifer McGuire is a good influencer on that one, and I've actually tried a few myself, where you take like your ink pad and then go ahead and stamp it and give it gives that lovely slight raised affection, but a beautiful color background in the, you know, in the back of it. And so that's one way. Just a few different ways to kind of think besides just using your embossing folder just the normal way. So this is going to be fun to play with. So that's the lovely embossing 2D embossing folder of the month. The next thing I received is the glimmer of the month. And so what it looks like, and what's also added into this kit this month, is this really cute little die set that you will get here, which I believe that's the big die of the month, which it makes a lovely girl and things like that, like a day at the spa. So that's gonna be cute. But the glimmer of the month is this one. So it makes this lovely kind of like rainbow kind of thing. And this one's called Soft Hearted. And so, yeah, it's going to be really fun, really cute to play with, to just make some really pretty backgrounds and things. And what it's saying is, glad we are, what is that? Perfect, I think. I'm not really sure. I'll have to go back and read. Sorry, and I don't have my glasses. It's kind of gloomy and cloudy here today. This one says, oh, felt like saying hello. So that's how that lovely one. And yes, my cuckoo card is going off, and I apologize for that if you can hear it. And so yeah, so there's that. And as you know, we're all a little cuckoo over here. So there's the glimmer of the month. The last thing I receive or get is the stencil of the month, which makes this really cute little guy here. And I'm going to zoom in just a little so you can see a little bit better. And so it makes this really cute, lovely little bird holding like a heart flower on some really cute, beautiful flowers. And in this one, I apologize, I haven't opened it yet. I think you get 5 layering stencils, I think, but let me count. So you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get 5 stencils that's gonna lovely layer up and make this lovely cute bird here. And this one's gonna be a really cute card. A cute front card for that will set up to just stencil. You can easily do multiples of this one, and it's just set up quickly. Like if you want to send a batch of cards out to somebody, you know, as a gift or something, cut out a few different sentiments that they can put on, you know, the front of it. And there you go. There's your, you know, your simple Valentine's. Especially it would be something probably fun you may want to, you know, do with your kids. You know, that if they're like in a classroom or something and you want to have some fun with the kids, yeah, go ahead, get some inks out, you know, get your stencil going and just get going, and there you go. So that's what I received this month. So I'm going to get some inks here and some paper and get to going. And as I say, get your groove on. so as you can see, I have to admit I struggled a little bit this time. I don't know if any of you experienced that. You know, sometimes you have a great collection in front of you and you just might have a block all of a sudden, and then you're trying to figure out. Hence the reason why, before I get into the reveal of, I was so glad recently that I purchased these things, the color cube, and I have to give credit to Lisa, and thank you again. And just looking, and of course looking at the guru herself, Jennifer McGuire, as well as others, Suzanne, for being the influence, because these are great to work with if you are struggling and want ideas and need help with color or whatever you want to do. So these are the color cubes, the second edition that came out. I didn't get the first edition, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. And I know there's people are upset, but you know what? It's new and improved. Everything always comes out new and improved. Something you have, and then there's always going to be a new version of something coming out. But that's my soapbox. But anyway, so just wanted to kind of, you know, introduce you to the color cube. What's nice about these is, you know, you go through here and it's got, you know, different ones. They're numbered. She's taken photographs of real things. This one happens to be color cube number 3, I think it is. Or no, number 4. Yeah. And she gives you dividers in there for each section, and you can go through, look at, and figure out which ones. But I happened to just pick this one up, and I said, okay, let's just see what's in here. Of course, it's in my favorite colors because, as I said, I gravitate towards the darker colors. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just go back to colors I know, you know. So I like the earth tony, darker colors. I wear the lighter colors, you know, depending on the summer or the season, but I do like my darker colors first. So as you saw, I picked out these 2 cards. Now I have to admit, these were ones that I used a little bit of both in my cards, but I think in this particular one, I mainly gravitated towards the purples and the teals, and of course even through a little bit of pink. And I did forget in my intro about the glimmer of the month, of what the glimmer of the month color is, which is this lovely color here. And I apologize if there's a glare. It is really foggy here still in California, so up in Northern California, and we're just can't wait for the sun. It's out a few days, it's gone. But anyway, back to this. So this one was the glimmer color, and this particular one is bright pink. So this was really fun to work with, and so it's funny how it kind of happened to work in these color tones too, because of, I guess because it was more on the darker side. So it just kind of blended right in and out. And if you see in this picture, there is a bit of pink in there. So these two really work together. And so yeah, so anyway, let me go ahead. So I'm gonna say the reveal is, the first one is this lovely little card. So what I did was, as you see from the color swatch or the color things here, I ended up using the purple, or you know, in the background, and glimmered that on some white paper. And then I took from the stitch die, I took the Love You, and then I took the 2 cups, and on the 2 cups I used from the treasured cardstock, the what is that, matte metallic? No, this was more of like a shimmer, so I want to say it was more of like the brush metallic. And then I also took the glitter metallic, and so this is the assorted pack from Spellbinders. And as you know, you get glitter metallic, matte metallic, brush metallic, mirror metallic, and pearl metallic. So it's usually those in there, and in there to get 3 of each sheets. And so this was really fun to just use and cut out. And so I used the 2 cups, and then of course I cut out the inside of I kind of was all over. I used cardstock from my papers I had. I used some craft card in there to kind of, you know, differentiate the two a little bit. And I ended up using this one. It's the, was the Acorn? Yeah, Acorn. So I used that in there, and then I used the I kind of had to find a purple in between these. So I have to apologize. This purple was from my stash, but trying to stick within the color here. But if you really wanted to, you could use the lilac from Spellbinders in here and do that. And then also too, I didn't even think about it, violet. Violet would have been a good one too, but I don't have a whole lot of this one, so I didn't. So I just kind of picked one from my stash because I need to use up a lot of that paper. And so that's how this lovely sweet card came to be. I used some vellum. The vellum I used is from Simon Says. It's the heavier kind of card, or excuse me, vellum weight. And so that's how this little sweet card came to be about. Cut it out. It's 4 1/4 by 5.5 card, and I just think it's really cute. This is going to be so fun. As you see, when you turn it to the light, all that lovely glitter and shine just comes through. So there's card number 1. Card number 2 is this one. This one was really fun. This is, of course, from the Stitch Die of the month again. This is also, as you see, like the last one, a combination of using the glimmer of the month. Too, I didn't use the saying on this one. What I ended up doing was cutting out this one, and it says, "Let's chat soon." So, I mean, of course, this would be like for your significant other. It could be for like, you know, your boyfriend, you know, whatever you want to use it for, that theme. And so that was kind of how this was. Cut the little heart out of vellum. Again, tore vellum in there and just kind of to break it up, because this was already a busy background with the, excuse me, the teal and the glimmer color, the pink. And so that's why I was like, okay, I need some to just kind of break it up a little bit. So luckily the pieces of vellum kind of helped do that, and then just put it on the silver metallic, and that's how this lovely little card came to be. So yeah, nothing on the inside yet. I'll figure out, as I always do, who I'm going to send it to. Excuse me. I wasn't going to put them on card fronts, but I said, you know what? Why not? Because I know I need to get ready for the Valentine's season. It's still Christmas, but I know me, I'm kind of already over the Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I love Christmas. But you know how you get to a point where you're just like, you know what? Okay, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm already into the next holiday. So that's kind of where this is. And then just, yeah, had fun and went to town. So again, just showing how you don't have to use the stitch dies just for stitching. You can cut them out and use them and just give them a, you know, use them as a sweet decoration. And that's how that beautiful little heart came to be about. So I just love this card. That's card number 2. Card number 3 is this little guy. So this particular one this is the Stitch Die of the month, and there are, I mean, not stitch die, excuse me, stencil. And so in the stencil collection, I'm trying to get it out and bring it out here. And then here's a diagram that I printed down to kind of help me. But just kind of went along, and there are 5 in here that help you to build this beautiful little scene with this cute little bird and stuff. And as you see, I stayed within this one to kind of help me with the color theme for all of these. So I ended up glimmering a bunch of the little sayings and everything, and just used that where it said, felt like saying hello. And so that's how this cute little bird came to be about. I used a bunch of my Altenew inks. I think this is Teal Topaz. This was, I forget the color of this, and it was just purples and greens I used in here. Used a little bit from this one. This was the Fire Brick ink pad I used for the flower, and a little bit for the beak. And that's how this little bit, some gems I have from Spellbinders, and just how this little card came to be about. But I just think it's so cute. And of course, backed in on my favorite silver metallic. I told you I was a silver girl. So yes, I went a little crazy, but that's how I just think this is so cute that you be able to just send out to someone and get. So that's card number 3. Card number 4 was this card. So this one was really simple to use. So what I did was I took, again, from here, piece of paper I had from my card, just from my stash. glimmered Glad We're Friends and backed it onto the little banner kind of a thing from the stitch die, which is this die here, and just cut that out. But cut a few of these out from silver, and then just glued it on to give just something of a little bit. And again, tore off some vellum to kind of break it up because there was a lot of purple going on. And that's how this came to be about. And of course, backed it on silver to kind of keep that color theme going. And that's how this little card came to be about. So yeah, just used the TD embossing folder. And what I did was on the raised side, took the ink pad and just smeared it all over. And then just ran it through the die cutting machine. And that's how all this lovely detailed more came to be about. That beautiful detail that you can see in there. I just love that technique. I think it's so fun to play with. And so that's how that card came to be about. I apologize, my cuckoo clock is going off. And yes, we are a little cuckoo around here. It'll be done in just a second. So basically cards based off of these two little, like, you know, color swatches here to break me up from the little block I had there. I don't know what was going on, but I was so glad I had the color cube to help me out and stuff, and just come up with, you know, ways to bring colors together. A little bit of both, not a whole lot. I mean, I mainly went off of this one, 955, but this helped too because this kind of coincided with that. So it kind of helped me introduce, if I wanted to, some other colors in there. So don't be afraid to, you know, get into the color cube and use 2 or 3 cards that may have some overlapping colors in there to help introduce and bring other colors in. So go ahead, get it. I think Spellbinders did have the color cubes on their website one time. They sold out at the moment, but you can always go back, check the color cube site by Sarah Renee Clark. You can check her website out. I think she still has some in stock. You know, just look all over and you'll be able to find them. But anyway, I want to say thank you to Spellbinders for sending me these wonderful samples that I get and just having so much fun to play with. And I am going to catch you in the next one.